All right. So, thank you all for hopping on tonight. We are super excited to share our new leader conference takeaways with you. It was amazing. We had so much fun. First of all, warm weather. Like, we're coming from 2 degrees here at home. I don't know how it is everywhere else, but it was not warm. So that was super nice. And they like roll out the red carpet, you guys. Like, they wine and dine you. The hotel is amazing. They actually ended up upgrading us to like a corner suite, which was super cool. And they give you a swag bag and they give you all this amazing food. And what's cool is they totally had like the fixate containers, like counts for everybody to show you like what they were. They had a super fun game night, which was hilarious. Like, we all probably got 6-pack abs just from laughing that night, and even more swag. Like, everybody walked away with like 5 or 6 different like Beachbody things. I got a Siggy bobblehead as one of them. I had to take like an extra bag home.
That we won.
Yeah. We got to hear from incredible coaches who are just crushing it in their business. And we got to meet new coaches there who are also, in similar spots in their business as we are. So it was cool to get to network with them and mastermind a little bit with them. And just the bonding, you guys, like, it was so fun to be able to go there with Lindsay and Morgan and Stephanie and to just be able to talk about everything and just, visit with everyone. And it just was an incredible experience. And it's so much smaller and close knit than a lot of the other events that we go to. So it was really neat to have just sort of more downtime and just like really soak it all in. But I am going to throw it over to Lindsay to get us started, and she is going to talk to us about kind of a couple of her big takeaways, and then we will have Morgan talk, and then Stephanie's going to talk, and then I'm going to wrap it up. So Lindsay, I'm going to mute myself so you can go ahead and take the stage, girl.
Hi, friends. Hi, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here. Just really quick, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Lindsay, obviously. I live in Pasco, Washington, and I am a mama of 2 kids. Ellie is 8 and Riggins is 18 months. And I work full-time as a literacy. I work with teachers in the realm of literacy. So first of all, kind of like what Renee said, like, it was an incredible opportunity, and it really just kind of helped light the fire under me and remind me that anybody can do this. You don't have to have 14K followers. You don't have to have a 6-pack of abs. You don't have to be, famous. Like, anybody can do this. But it's just, believing that you can. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Amy Rada and what she talked about. She's one of the top 10 coaches. She's Happy, Healthy, Humble. If you don't follow her, she's amazing. I had a big fangirl moment the first night we were there, and I got to hug her. I almost picked her up, but I thought that would have been really inappropriate, so I didn't. But I should have, actually. I mean, who cares, right? But she's amazing. And her big thing that she talked about was showing up on social media and being consistent. We are consistent when we are consistent in our own journeys, and we work out every day and we push play. Like, what happens? We get results. So we have to do that same thing, showing up on social media, guys. It's 2019 and we live in a world of social media. And I hate to say it, but if people aren't seeing you on there doing your workouts, drinking your superfoods, and, being real with them, they're going to think, oh, well, she's probably not working out, which I hate to say that, but that's how it is. My daughter had a 4-H meeting today, and the guy, asked everybody, like, who has social media? Like, it's just the world we live in today. When you show up, people are going to see you showing up, and you're going to have more people to add to your funnels and more people to invite. She talked a lot about the Shailene Johnson method, which is 5-3-1. So it is liking 5 photos, commenting on 3, and then adding that new follower, and doing that consistently. I've been doing that since I've been back, you guys, and I've gotten a ton of followers just because I'm interacting with their posts and they've been interacting back with me. And it might sound like weird to like interact with a stranger, but find a photo that like you can relate to. Like if you have kids and their pictures, their kids are, eating sugary cereal. Like I've been feeding my kids sugary cereal all week because I just, like find something that you can relate with. And like Amy said, it's just like being that girl next door and being relatable. Like nobody wants to see you being a Barbie up there. Like you don't have to have makeup on when you work out. You don't have to, like I said, have a 6-pack of abs. They want to see who you are because everybody has a story to tell. And there's somebody out there that needs to hear from you. She talked a lot about being your biggest fan and being your biggest cheerleader. And there's a book, I have not read it yet. I know some of you guys are reading it. It's called Mastering Your Mean Girl. And basically it's, what is that inner mean girl telling you, trying to tell you? Like I posted a picture the other day on my stories and I had flabby mom pooch, and I did it, you guys. I posted it because guess what? I know that there's other moms out there that have flabby mom pooches and they're damn proud of it. And I'm damn proud of it. I've grown 2 babies and I work my ass off and I still have a mom pooch, but that's okay because I like to drink my wine, but I feel good. You know what I mean? And that's okay. So when you post and you share those things that are so relatable, are those things bringing you joy? She asked that question, like, is this bringing you joy? This isn't about selling a challenge pack. This isn't about making a $30 commission. This is about changing someone's life and bringing them the joy that you have in your life for this lifestyle and this journey that we're on. Like, it brings me to tears because my life changed when Renee asked me to be on her team and join this journey. My life changed when I was 252 pounds and I was using soup cans to lift, but it didn't matter. And I showed up because she believed in me. You guys are those people for somebody else, and you get to believe in them and be their biggest cheerleader. And those are the things that this journey is all about. Totally went off topic there because I got really passionate for a second. Sorry. But I'm going to just wrap up this really quick. But basically for her, it's showing up consistently on social media, being the girl next door, being someone that you would want to be friends with, and being relatable. Like today I posted a picture of my toddler having to entertain him at a 4-H thing. And I was drinking my superfoods, but I really wished it was champagne. Like I was just being honest. You know what I mean? Like, so be relatable and share those things because people connect with real, honest truth. Like if you're going crazy with your kids having school for 5 days, like post about it because there's another mom who needs the sanity of a 20-minute workout because she's going to lose her shit if not. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, just does this bring you joy? And if it doesn't, we need to kind of take a step back and find out how we're going to get that joy back because you guys, we have a gift to offer everybody, but we have to show up and we have to be consistent so that we can have those people to invite. So that's all. Love you all.
Hello. So I don't know everybody here. I'm Morgan. All of my girls that are on the call tonight, we're all over on the East Coast, and we all sound like me for the most part, some sort of Southern twang. So hopefully y'all can understand me. But so my topic tonight is, well, I have 2. But one of them is belief and confidence and just bring positivity into yourself and into your teams. And I always get really excited to talk about this because I used to not have it at all. And it's honestly something that I'm still working on. But before I jump into that, the first thing, kind of my big, like tangible put into action takeaway from NLC was business hours. So I've been a coach for 4 years. The first 2.5 years, honestly, were just hobby at best. Me doing a lot more talking than actually doing. And so at the end of 2017, I just drew a line in the sand and was like, okay, you have to do this. And so when I made that decision, I just went all in, and it was really unbalanced last year, like my time.
but it hasn't felt overwhelming. It hasn't felt like I haven't felt burnout, because I'm freaking just obsessed with what we get to do, right? Like, I just want to do it all the time. But it was a really big takeaway for me for 2 reasons. Number one, like, I need my family to understand that I enjoy this. I want to work hard. I want to do it all the time. And like, I consider this my job, but they come first. And then secondly, this business is so much about duplication, right? So if I'm doing all of the things all of the time and I'm on this all day, my team isn't going to do that. Y'all don't want to do that. People don't want to be attached to that. So it was just like a big aha moment for me to like get it together, come up with some hours, like, and stick to those. So on the way home from LA, I was on the plane for like 6 hours. So I had all of the time and I made my little business hours. So I just would challenge you to do the same. And y'all, it's hard. Like, I'm a mom of 2. I stay home. Some of y'all have more kids than me, and maybe you work, maybe you don't, but figure out, what it is or when it is that you can work this business, and then try to stick to it. Allie mentioned business hours. Ashley Molstead mentioned business hours. I think Amy Wright, like, all of them. They're not attached to this thing all of the time. And they're what is Amy? 3? Whatever she is. Ashley's number 1. Allie's super crazy successful. Like, they have business hours and they're rocking it. So that was number 1. And then number 2 was continuing to grow in my belief and confidence. And like I said, I really love to talk about it, because I think part of the reason the beginning of my business I didn't go all in was because I didn't believe in myself at all. None, zero. When I started Beach Bunny, I had an eating disorder that honestly ruled my life for 11 years. And I think all of my adult life has been walking into a room and wondering what people think about me, or, just that constant worry over, am I being accepted and am I enough? So again, at the end of 2017, like, I worked on that a lot. And even at NLC, I realized that I still have to work on that. And I think it's across the board. Again, Amy talked about it. Allie talked about it. Ashley talked about it. When Ashley was doing her, I guess you call it a speech, she said, like, if something in the back of your head, if your subconscious believes that you're not good enough, or you're not worthy, or you can't do the things, you're going to mentally block yourself from actually making it happen. And I kind of uncovered some like limiting beliefs that I think I still have. And I believe it. Like, there's so much science, but I'm a nurse. There's so much science behind like the way your brains work. And it's true. If there's something, going on in the back of your head that's telling you can't do X, Y, or Z, doesn't matter how much you think you want it, until you address whatever it is that's holding you back, we're going to stay right where we are. And I actually was going to talk about that book too, Mastering Your Mean Girl. I just got it in the mail today, and I read the little introduction before the call tonight, and it is like everything. I was like, yes, girl. All of it was on point. It's so good. I think everybody should get it. I'm excited to dig into it. And then the other thing I wrote down was, and this wasn't really something that anybody said at NLC. It was just me kind of thinking through what I wanted to say. But everything about this business, just like at the very beginning when we decided to make a decision about changing our bodies or our health, losing the baby weight or just getting healthier, whatever it was, it started with a decision, right? So does working this business. And so I think on that same way of thinking, so does confidence. So does belief in yourself. Like, I really think to move forward and to find that belief and that confidence and to want to work to be better and more confident, you have to decide that you are confident and that you do believe in yourself. So maybe it's just, like I said at the beginning, like, draw that line in the sand and just decide that you are good enough and you are worthy. And you can do this because, it's just like Lindsay said when she started, or maybe it was Renee, I can't remember. One of the big, I think, takeaways for everybody from this was that anybody can do it. You got to believe. That's all I got.
All right, I'm up, guys. For everybody that does not know me, which is probably most everybody here, my name is Stephanie. I have no relation to your guys' team whatsoever, but I did have the pleasure of joining Renee, Lindsay, and Morgan on this trip, which was freaking amazing. I was feeling pretty burnt out and kind of put off by a lot of things before this trip, and everybody there was so just down to earth and being surrounded by people that just feel your passion and feel your fire and are just good people. Like, it was really a game changer for me. And everything these girls have said, it's like, damn, like, I need to do better at that and that and that and that. And it's like these things that we know we need to do, but hearing it again and then hearing all these other people that are struggling with the same things you are, but wanting the same things you are, was really freaking powerful. So I was going to talk about consistency, but Lindsay kind of nailed that one on the head. And for me, that is, workouts are never my problem. Like, that has been my thing for years, decades. But showing that on social media took some time to get used to doing, but just being consistent and showing our vital behaviors on social. And I get stuck in that because I work full time. So on my shifts, sometimes I have time to like sneak away and get on my phone or do it before or after work. And some days I don't. And I've also learned that giving yourself grace is a huge part of this as well. Like, I can't be the best mom and the best nurse and the best wife and the best maid and the best coach and the best challenger. Like, I can't always do that, and that's okay. Like, I know that nobody can do that, and if you guys can do that, like, props to you. Tell me your secrets, please. But yeah, so just consistency with you checking in with your groups and showing up on social media, because the people that are going to come to you, they're not going to come to you because they saw you throw up one post about a transformation. Like, they're going to come to you because they see you consistently sticking with something and not giving up. And they're going to want to go on that journey because you have not given up. But I wanted, sorry, I got a hair in my mouth. So I wanted to talk to you guys. I don't know if you guys know this girl, Ashley Molstad. She is the #1 coach in our network. I have heard her speak live. I think, sorry, my kids are trying to kill each other out there. I have heard her speak live, I think 3 or 4 times now. And she is so freaking passionate. Like, it blows my mind. And like, I will be the first to say that I judged the crap out of that girl. Like, who is this girl, this health and fitness coach, like, drinks every night, happy hour, Fritos, like candy. She eats shit and she drinks like a fish, and she's the #1 coach. Like, how does that work? And it's because here, you guys, like, none of this, you probably don't even need to see Ashley from here down. Like, it is all here. And that is why she is #1. She masters your mind. Like, that's her huge thing. Like Morgan said, if you don't have the belief that you can do it, you're not going to do it. You're not going to get anywhere. So taking what was given to you in life and learning to flip that script, master that inner mean girl, like, take all of that stuff and turn those burdens into your blessings, like, is so powerful. And if you're not successful, you guys, it's your fault. Like, it's not the person's fault that they didn't buy a challenge pack because you threw up a pretty post. Like, you need to do the work if you want to be successful, because nobody will do it for you. And we can sit here and, blame every excuse possible. But if you're not doing the work, if you're not showing up, if you're not being consistent, if you're not mastering your mind, you will not be successful. And those excuses that you're throwing up, like I could give you a list way longer than this, like right now, right here. But what does that do for me? Nothing. It's just feeding that limiting belief that I can't do it because of XYZ. Like what, that does nothing for me. So she's, and I love the girl, 'cause she's like, level the F up. Like if you want to be an elite coach, act like an elite coach. Like Melanie Mitro, when she started, she did team calls by herself every day or every week because nobody showed up, you guys. And she was the top coach for 4 years, 5 years, 4 years. Like she started down here and she mentally put herself as a top coach and acted like a top coach. And she became a top coach because she believed she could. Because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. And they will see that come through on social media. Like you can do your workouts and you can say what you want, but if you don't believe it, it will come through. And I don't know if you guys know, like Ashley was a coach for 4 or 5 years before she got big. Like she's been an elite coach, but it took her a long time of doing these things every single day. And she said, I was consistent every single day. And I always showed up, and she still drank and ate and did all that stuff, but she was still consistent and she showed up regardless of who was watching and regardless of all the haters, because she has a lot. Apparently she's dealing with them right now again, but like she still shows up because she believes that she can be a top coach, and she is. Like that is freaking powerful. She gave us a list of a couple other top coaches that had some pretty big excuses that I thought were pretty amazing. Coach Tulin, if you guys know her, she's a plus size coach and she's rocking it. Like she's not waiting until she's a size 6 to go out and work the business. She is taking people with her as she goes from now, because she can do it too, you guys. Like, so if that's your excuse that you don't have the goal body, the bikini body, like, sorry, doesn't work. Ashley, she was on a dead leg. She got signed up by her sister-in-law who didn't work the business. So she had no help from above. She's now the top coach. She did not get to be the top coach because of a viral post. Like, let's see. Melanie Mitro, her husband didn't want her to do it for years, didn't want her to do it. And then finally saw the success. So she could have taken that and it's like, well, my husband doesn't want me to do it, even though I'm really passionate about this and I really want to do it. Like, I guess I'll quit. Like, it's okay. Lindsay Matway, no upline whatsoever. And how long has she and multiple people from her team been in the top 10? Like, that's incredible. Let's see. Another Ashley, she lives in a town of 900 people, you guys. And she's a 9-star diamond. Like, it doesn't matter where you're at. That excuse is out the window. If you have abs, you can do it. If you don't have abs, you can do it. Like, that doesn't matter. And then another was Autumn Cheetalk, I think is how you say her last name. Her husband's gone pretty much 9 months out of the year. Her kids are all in sports. She works full time and she's an elite coach. So she's essentially a full-time single mom with sport kids, and she can do it, you guys. So just listening to her basically throw it in my face that all of my excuses are bullshit was not anything new, because we all know that, but it was what I needed to hear again, because I'm the only thing standing in my way. So that was kind of my big thing from her. Oh, I did want to say, so she, I don't know if you guys can see this. So this book, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. If you want to master that mindset, listen to this book. You need the Audible, because they actually interview him during, like, they'll read a chapter and interview him. This guy like ran a 100-mile race on a dare in 2 days. So it's like, if you want to master your mindset, Mastering Your Mean Girl is amazing. I've read that a couple times. But this is so inspiring. Like, if you think you can't do something, this guy will prove you wrong. So yes, he is so insane. Like, I am obsessed with this book. So, okay, I'm gonna
Awesome.
pass this back over to Renee.
Thank you. Yeah, it was amazing hearing from all of these women. And like they said, Allie really talked about setting those business hours. Another takeaway that I got from her was plugging into the community, your coaching community. And if you're struggling, if you're succeeding, like whatever, wherever you are, we are team Beachbody for a reason. We're not meant to do this by ourselves. Like plug into your team, plug in to your, lean into your coach and reach out if you're struggling, or reach out if you're needing help, or if you want to celebrate something, any of that, because you guys, so many people join us not because we have, amazing bodies, or because we are super, rich or whatever. Like, it's not that. It's because they see us getting together, or they see us on these calls, or they see us on our trips, or they see us at these events, and they're like, I want that. I want those friendships. I want that community. I need that. Like, why did so many of us start? Like, for me, I needed friends. I needed something else other than just my kids, which I love to death, but Lord help me if they don't go to school tomorrow. I might lose it. But, it really is so important to really create that community within your challenge group and within your team, and just lean in, especially when you're struggling. Don't feel like a burden. Don't feel like, you're constantly bugging your team or your coach. Like, we're here for a reason. You have a coach for a reason, and you have a team for a reason to be able to lean into. One of the cool things that her team does is they get together, and we do this a lot with our team, Fire and Grace, but we try to get together once a month with our local girls in between the bigger events like our super weekends and summit and all of those kinds of things. And if you can't get together in person, get on a Zoom call, do like a fun wine night. It doesn't have to be about coaching. Just be like, hey girl, like, obviously not all of us are able to get together in person. And when you have coaches across the country, you can't do that. But schedule monthly Zoom calls. And again, if only one or two girls hop on, maybe those one or two girls needed that. Maybe they needed to see your face, to chat, just to have a little girl time. It's so important. It makes such a huge difference. And I know, Bonnie, as soon as that time changes, you better be back on our morning Zooms. But the other thing too is just having your vision. Amy Rada talked about making sure you have your vision written down, posted up, you read it every day, you look at it every day, you see it every day. It's something that your team knows about. You talk to your team about it, because that is what is going to help you move through and push through those tough days every day and keep going. And those are the things, when those excuses or those limiting beliefs come creeping in, that vision is what's going to keep you driving forward. And again, make sure people know about it. Don't just write it down and, just have it to yourself. Like Logan and Haley talk to us about this all the time too, is knowing your vision. Logan has a very clear vision of what she wants her day to look like with her family, and she shared that with a million times, and I could probably verbatim tell you because she shares it with us. And that's something that I am going to put into action and share with our team and put in the team page, because it's so important. We need accountability with coaching. That's why we share in our challenge groups. That's why we post on social media. But if you want accountability in your business, post your vision and share that with your coach and your team. And along with the vision to match that, you need to put things into action. You can have this amazing vision and want these things for yourself, for your family, but if you're not putting action behind it, you can't be mad at anyone but yourself. And Ashley Molstad was like straight up tough love with us. And she was like, you have no one but yourself to blame if your business is not moving forward. And it was a gut punch because, it's true. Like, I can't be upset that I, haven't hit Success Club yet because I haven't put the action behind it. And I can't blame no school days this whole week. I, need to squeeze it in and fit it in because I have a big vision for our family. So you have to take responsibility with your success and with your failures, and don't take it as, a blow that you're not made for this, that you're not good enough, that don't let those limiting beliefs creep in, but lean into the actions that are going to move your business forward. Lean into your team and ask what you can do that you're not doing now that can help you move your business forward. So it really is just about believing in what you're doing, having that vision very clear in front of you, letting others know about it, and then just putting all the action behind it. My biggest thing that I started implementing back, and if you know me, you know I am world's worst tracker, is tracking. I printed off the new Beachbody business activity tracker. I printed off the list. I've got it right here. It's the checklist. And then I've got the checklist here of lists of people. Go print it off. It's in Beachbody Champions. It might be, is it in OFE too, maybe? Yes. So you can go print off however many you need for the month or for the year even, just so you have it and use it. If you're not using that tracker, I know Haley posted a couple other trackers in the team page that you can use too. And we've posted other trackers. Like, just find what works for you, but do that, because you're going to have a lot more organization, and you'll be able to keep track of the people that you are, that are showing interest and all of that, those things to be able to follow up with. So tracking is super important. So that's one thing that I started implementing like right away. My call to action for all of you is to post your vision, write it down, post your vision in the team page and your team page, and share it with your coach. Make sure that your coach knows what your vision is for your business and your life. And then the other thing is I want you to choose one thing right now that you're going to implement today. What are you going to start implementing that you maybe are struggling with? Maybe something that, you've learned from the call. Maybe it's something that hit a chord with you that you've known that you need to do, but just, tonight might have lit an extra little fire. Because all of these things, you guys, you've probably heard. There's no secret. There's no secret to having a successful business that you don't already know. It literally is just having belief in yourself and putting action behind it and doing the vital behaviors. Like, that's it. That's exactly what Ashley Molstad said. She's consistent. She does the things every day. She shows up, and that's how her business has moved forward. It's not a secret. You just have to do it, and you have to want it. So make sure that you have your vision, post it in the page, and then share it with your coach. And with that, I want you to write down and share with your coach and in the page one thing that you're going to start implementing into your business today. Maybe it's tracking, maybe it's setting business hours, and post your business hours. Don't just say, I'm going to set business hours. Post what they are. Maybe it's that you're going to start making sure that you're posting on your page at least twice a day. Maybe you haven't been posting as consistently as you would like to. Whatever it is, like I said, you need the accountability for your health and fitness, but if you want your business to move forward, use this accountability for that too, and make sure that you share that with your coach or with the team so that other people know and you have someone to check in with to help move you forward. I think that's about it. Like, there are a million other things that we learned, but we didn't want to overwhelm you too much. That was one of the things that we were told by a couple of the corporate mentors, like, take everything in, but literally like one or two things start to implement right away and then kind of trickle in. But we do have a little extra time. So does anyone have any burning questions, any speakers that we may have heard of that you kind of wanted to hear a little bit more about, or anything else that you're wondering about? You can either unmute yourself or post in the comments. Anybody? Did somebody just unmute? No? Steph?
I have a
I want to
question.
know. Oh, yes. So,
What the Charlene method? It was the 5-3-1, and what was? Will you say that again?
Yeah. So it is like going to someone's page that would maybe be somebody that you would want to connect with and liking 5 of their photos, commenting on 3 of their photos, and then gaining that follower, like adding that person as a follower. So 5 likes, 3 comments, 1 follow.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Leslie posted in the comments asking if we heard anything exciting about the new 21-day fix launch. Yes. So we got to actually experience a cardio workout from week 2 of kind of her new live streamed 21-day fix workouts. If you don't know already, 21-day fix is coming back out with Ultimate Portion Fix, and she is going to record it just like the 80-day workouts, Lift 4, Transform 20, how they have that new format where they're streaming live for the first part of it or whatever. She is going to start doing that with 21-day fix and 21-day fix extreme. Ultimate Portion Fix comes out, is available to coaches March 4th. And then it will be available to everyone else March, is it 18th or 16th? Let me double check. I think it's 18th. Yes, 18th. So us coaches have a good 2 weeks to kind of look into it a little bit more, be able to be more informed. That way, when we do have customers coming around to sign up for it, they will have that information. We'll be able to kind of guide them a little bit better. And then the 21-day fix workouts and 21-day fix extreme, the new live format for those, come with the Ultimate Portion Fix. You get those workouts with that nutrition program. They will have to, I don't know, maybe Haley and Logan, since they're in the Ultimate Portion Fix test group, do you guys know, will people be able to buy 21-day fix and extreme, the new format, separately, or will it like come out to BOD by itself? You guys don't know yet.
I think it is the people that get to go through it or who buy the Ultimate Portion Fix package.
Yeah.
And then I think it releases to BOD. I don't know all the details yet,
Yeah.
though. But I know there's something with the Ultimate Portion Fix that you buy it as a coach.
Kind of like a bonus.
Yeah.
With that, yeah. That's kind of what she made it sound like, but I wasn't positive. So, and the other thing to remember and to like let your current people know who maybe already have the containers, Ultimate Portion Fix is not just containers. It is so much more in depth. It does come with more training videos. It comes with a tracker. It comes with a guide. It tells more, instead of being like, here are these containers, they work, they portion your food, they're going to help you lose weight. It kind of goes into why they work and how they help you lose weight. And so it's a lot more detailed. It comes with Fixate 2. So you get the Fixate 2 cookbook. It comes with 100 kids like lunch recipes. And it comes with, if you're a coach, you get into the coach test group, and Autumn's going to be in there every day. And like I said, you get the new 21-day fix and 21-day fix extreme live formatted workouts. The way that she explained it to us is, if you've done 21-day fix, it's the same workouts for 3 weeks. The way that she's going to do it is, it's going to be week 1, week 2 is going to be just a little bit step up, and then week 3 is going to be a little step up from that. And then with extreme, she's sort of bridging that gap. Instead of it being 21-day fix here and extreme like up here, it's going to be sort of like phased up, sort of, so that as soon as you finish 21-day fix, you'll go into extreme with a little bit more confidence and ability to be able to kind of finish that out. I am so excited. Like, I feel like, you know, some of us that have been here for a while and we think of 21-day fix as kind of a beginner program. My butt was sore for 3 days. Legit, couldn't barely sit on the toilet, the workout that she did with us. And that was from like week 2 cardio. And even all of us afterwards were like, oh, we didn't feel like we like did anything too crazy, but apparently we did because it was a good workout. But yeah, it's going to be kind of phased. I'm not sure about macros, Leslie. I don't know about any of that stuff yet, but as soon as we get like the ultimate portion fix, I guess we'll have the info for that. But
it'll be in the ultimate portion
okay,
fix.
Yeah.
Like it's all kind of like the course. I mean, we could do a whole call on this, but like how To Be Mindset was a course,
Right.
the ultimate portion fix is a course, and she has a series of videos that you go through the workbook and do it all. But yeah, it explains why with everything. Like honestly, it is like a mirror image of To Be Mindset, except for those people who really like the structure. And then To Be Mindset is for the people who really like that freedom. And so I love that there's like essentially the same thing for whoever we're catering to. Yeah. So
another thing that Autumn said is every coach should get certified with Ultimate Portion Fix. She said it shouldn't even be a question that you should get certified. That way you can really know the ins and outs of it to get everybody, because, you know, whether you're doing that or To Be Mindset, like you're going to be getting everybody set up with some kind of nutrition, because the challenge packs after this month, I think it is, are no longer going to include the Fixate portion containers or the Fixate like nutrition guide. It's just going to be like a general nutrition guide. So knowing that is really going to be important and just beneficial for all of our, you know, customers, current and, you know, potential customers. And just knowing it for yourself too, being a product of the product is going to be really beneficial. And we did get to try Fruit Punch Energize before we worked out, and it's freaking delicious, and it comes out tomorrow. So make sure you've got your share cards ready to add to that tomorrow morning as soon as it comes out, because it was super yummy.
So Renee, there was a question in the comments I just wanted to really quick talk about. It was, and some of you could probably chime in too, but it was, how do full-time working moms fit in coaching into their life? So Keisha Fitzgerald, which she's amazing, I loved her, she talked about the part-time opportunity. And I know for me, I work full-time and have 2 kids as well. And so being able to fit it in, for me at first, I was comparing myself, and like I found myself comparing like, well, you know, I'm not doing all these things, and I'm not this, and I'm not, you know, this rank or blah, 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 blah. And I had to stop myself, because I never got into coaching to compare myself to somebody else. I got into coaching for my own accountability and my own journey. So if you're struggling with, you know, how do you find time for this in your full-time, you know, job with 2 kids or how many ever kids you have, I think you have to take a step back and you have to do what works for you. And that starts with kind of what Renee was saying about casting your vision. You know, if you someday want to, you know, be able to retire from your job, well, what are the actions that are going to have to take you to that? Maybe you never want to quit your job and you just want to be able to pay off your student loans. I know for me with my business, I work full time. So for me, it's getting up in the morning. I usually wake up about 30 minutes before my workout, and I, you know, drink my Energize. I do my personal development. Then I will respond to messages. Then I'll get my workout done. So that's kind of my time. And then I also am a little bit OCD organized. And so I always get my meal prep done on Sundays or Mondays, because for me, I don't want to spend hours in the kitchen every night and take that time away from my family. I try to put my phone down at night to spend time with my family. So I really try to get it into those cracks during the day. So in the morning, usually at lunchtime, like if I'm not teaching or anything, I'll sit down and I'll spend about 10 to 15 minutes. But I'm not scrolling Facebook. I'm not scrolling Instagram. I'm literally going to the tracker, you guys, and I'm literally doing the behaviors that it says. So I literally use this. Like if it says initiate connections and add followers, it says 20 minutes. I only have a 20-minute lunch break, so I'm going to do 5 minutes. You know, whatever it is that works for you. And I don't have time to always post on social media. And especially if I'm teaching, I don't have my phone out at all. So I'll take pictures in the morning really quick of my shake or my workout, and then I'll just find time to do it later. And sometimes I'll post all my pictures, maybe at 5 o'clock at night, but I'm still showing up. It's just a little bit later. And sometimes I'm not perfect. I have maybe 3 stories and that's it. And guess what? It's okay because I'm giving myself grace. So don't get caught up in the comparison game and do what works for you and your lifestyle and your job and your family. But you really do have to be intentional with your time. Like, I'll be honest, guys, I'm not a huge TV person. So at night when my family goes to bed, instead of turning on the TV, I literally do my coaching for 30 to 45 minutes before I go to bed, because that's what works for me. Maybe that doesn't work for you. So you just have to find time that works for you and your business.
That's the other thing too, is you have to know what your vision is, not, what everybody else's is. Your vision is going to look different than someone else's. Your goals are going to be different than someone else's, but your action has to match your vision. So like Lindsay said, if you're wanting to quit your full-time job and do this full-time and stay home and replace a full-time income, those actions need to follow that. If you're just wanting a fun side hustle, hobby, then you may not do, quite as much action, but you also have to kind of reflect and be okay with the fact that your business might not move forward, or you might not, advance your business as quickly as some others. So you can't get caught in that comparison trap. You have to kind of set your own goals and put those blinders on and make sure that you are very clear on what your vision is. And your vision might change. You might start out being, not wanting, like I didn't start out thinking I was going to replace a full income. I just did a post about that tonight. I busted my butt teaching and going to school for teaching, and never thought that I would be running my own business from home ever. Like it wasn't even a thought in my mind. And here I am almost 3 years into coaching, and I can't imagine doing anything else. And like we said earlier, like I get irritated when I don't have more time to put into my business, because I love what we do so much. So, anyways,
I think in Ashley's talk too, she talking about like your vision and what you want to do with your business. She had a mentor call like earlier this year, and she's like, this girl wants to be elite, and she does everything that she needs to do. Like, she hits Success Club, she invites, she's sharing, she's consistent, but like, why is she not elite then? Like, so then they kind of dug down to it, and it was like, she didn't really want to be elite. She thought that her coach wanted to hear her say she wanted to be elite. So I think really being clear on what you want. Like, I love my job. I don't ever plan to quit it. Like, I would maybe like to do it less, but like, I work 3 12-hour shifts a week. Like, and I love it. I love what I do. I'm a labor and delivery nurse, but like, do I want to quit my job? No, because I would go absolutely insane being at home with my kids all the time. Like, props to all you stay-at-home moms. I would legit lose my mind. But I had to go from that, like, okay, I want to quit my job, to like, do I really? Like, is that really what I want? Now, that doesn't mean that, okay, so maybe I don't want to be a top 10, but maybe I want my goal to be income, or deciding, do you want to be income versus rank, or like, what do you really want out of this? Do you want to just pay for your shakes and your beach bars and your Energize and like all the things, and then have some money left over to pay for these trips, or just going to Target every other day and blowing way too much money? So I think just being really clear with your vision, and not necessarily being clear, but really being honest with yourself about what you truly want. And don't do it because, well, Renee wants me to be a 2 or like a diamond, so that this or that. Like, it's not really about what Renee wants. It's about what I want for me and my family and my future and my business. So really being intentional with thinking of what you want. And again, that might change, like Renee said. So you got to do you, boo.
Yes. And one of the things I really liked Logan had posted it somewhere, but matching a reason to that goal. Like if it is a rank goal, like why are you wanting to hit that? Is it for a specific reason? Like maybe hitting diamond means that you get to go on like a retreat, and that's what you're all about, is that community and those girls trips, and that's what you really thrive on. Maybe it's hitting 2-star because you can hit or start a second business center, and that means more income for your family. Like match it to something that is measurable, that you can realize why you're doing that. It's not just like, oh, I want to be 2-star so I can walk on stage, and maybe that's what your goal is. But maybe it's more for the trips, or more for the income, or more for, you know, the bright shiny lights, whatever it is that drives you. You need to find that, and you need to just know that, and just kind of like be clear with it so that the actions will follow. Yes, all the free trips. For sure. 5 more weeks.
Before we go, really quick, the FAQ says the exclusive coach window for Ultimate Portion Fix is March the 4th through the 17th. And if you purchase the Ultimate Portion Fix before April 1st, you get the streaming of 21 Day Fix, 21 Day Fix Extreme. So I'm guessing that it'll be like an upgrade, just like all the other programs. But if you get Ultimate Portion Fix in that window, you don't have to then also do the upgrade. At least that's the way I took it.
I thought Autumn said it is only available if you buy the Portion Fix.
I don't remember.
Maybe that down somewhere. But we'll see soon. That's in like 2 freaking weeks.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, Autumn and Michael.
When they talked, I don't remember them saying anything specific about it.
I feel like she said it somewhere.
Yeah.
Whether it was then or with the workout or.
Well, we'll go back through and see if we find out anything. We'll let you know. If not, we'll find out, I'm sure, within that coach test group when it starts, I think, show.
I thought that I had seen that it's only available if you get the Ultimate Portion Fix, but then it's going to be released like in May or June or something to all of BOD. So I think you have to get the Ultimate Portion Fix.
Yes. Yep. I found it. It was the first day. So yes, only available if you get the Ultimate Portion Fix. So.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you guys all for taking some time out of your night to hop on with us. I will get the recording up as soon as possible for you to rewatch or share with your coaches that weren't able to hop on tonight. And I hope you guys have a fabulous Monday.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.